Yeah, I love.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Futbol Unfiltered. I'm your host, Carl Philippe. I have with me tonight my co-host, Alain Levier. What's going on, my brother?
I'm here, bro. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. We have a special guest tonight, JEFF POLICARD. What's happening, man?
What's up, CP? How you doing, man?
I'm doing really well, man. So, hey, you know why we're here tonight? Tonight we're here to talk about Haiti qualification to the World Cup 2026. So, Ale, I'm gonna start with you, man. You know, this show tonight we're gonna kind of do a bilingual because we have, English speaking audience, such as we have the Haitian speaking audience as well too. So, Ale, so when you saw Haiti qualify last Tuesday, what went through your mind?
Well, I didn't want to believe it at first, because after the game, we were still waiting to see if Honduras was gonna win the game. So after the results came out and it was a draw, and I was trying to process it in my mind, I was going through the messages to confirm, and I know even Jeff didn't even believe it was true at the moment. So I'm still not processing it. It looks like we're qualified, so I'm just mesmerized, man. I'm just so excited, but still confused about this entire thing.
So before we go any further, I want to play this video right here for a friend here, because we keep receipt on a lot of stuff, right? So I'm gonna play this video a little bit.
For our players, we need to stop making excuses for those teams. Either we are good, either we're horrible. And if they don't make it, they don't make it, and they haven't made progress. So we're still gonna be talking. Like, it's so sad that you and I don't play soccer anymore because we're pretty much past our age, our peak to play soccer. But it's sad that my own kids are not gonna be able to see Haiti at this pace to ever be part of a World Cup. It's kind of disappointing. So I'm a little bit upset. I'm a bit upset about it, and I'm expecting that next week they're gonna prove us wrong, because if they don't qualify, I don't want to hear about Haiti making progress in soccer. When you have 6 teams, coach, you have 6 teams from the CONCACAF to go to the World Cup, and Haiti cannot even make it.
We got receipt.
That was passion, man. I'm a passionate fan. I'm a passionate human being, man. My heart was screaming. That's what it was. You saw the real passion in me, man. Trying to inspire the team to make it, to make us proud.
Alain, Kounia la, so pense, après le film regarder vidéo ça, comment sens-tu Kounia?
Moi, j'aime me fier, man. Sentir heureux, man. Et n'a prend tout ça capable qui est positif. Et nèg yo vraiment te gen pile détermination jour ça. Et puis nèg yo prouvé nous que yo te vle ba là et le fait. Et nous connaissons que nous gen pile parler, nous va parler sur ça. Donc let me parler, probably a week ago from this, I was really, really anxious because we didn't know what was going to happen. Yeah. And kounya nèg yo fel et kounya nou ka chita pour analyser, pour faire belle analyse. But they got the results, and I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I'm très content.
Maestro, ça qu'a fait la semaine là.
Donc, nous là.
Bon, besoin de parler avant parce qu'on est l'on parle de Haïti, nous toujours parler de culture haïtienne. Jean football avec musique fait un pile dans la culture nous. Donc en tant que haïtien, là where from a culture standpoint, comment nous qualifier, comment ça veut dire pour pays.
Bon, grand pile ba m'da aimé dire pour nous commencer. Bon, premièrement m'da aimé saluer frère moi Alain et m'da aimé de monsieur Pitin si nous bien parce que nous même bon
Yeah.
Second teinture qui bien matché avec figure marronnet. Et alors, behind the scenes, on dit qui teinture qu'on mettait, et c'est très important. Et l'autre bagage que je veux dire, c'est que, bon, premièrement, je te dis ça d'ailleurs, je ne suis pas fort dans le football. Et bien sûr, les gains Coupe du Monde, moi, suivent, parce que c'est un événement que je pense qui est juste extraordinaire. Surtout que, bon, je suis fanatique du Brésil à partir de papam, qui était toujours regardé le Brésil. Je toujours aimé Jean, il était joué, je trouvé que était joué en façon qui était très exciting, très, très artistique. So, je toujours aimé Jean, était joué. Donc, je viens commencer à suivre World Cup à partir du Brésil. Et puis, bon, that's basically the extent of it. Je ne pas vraiment regarder aucun autre tournoi or anything like that. Les Haïti qualifiés, je crois à les mettre un mois sous chat là. Honnêtement, je ne sais pas comment ça a été. C'est pour me dire, ouais, je honnête avec nous. Je connais que we were getting close to getting qualified. That I knew, obviously, I follow as close as I can. Pour moi, qui progrès que nous faisons. Mais là, je me mets en moyen, je ne sais pas connaître cette soirée ça que nous qualifié. C'est pas la suite que nous venons comme si que je mettais d'autres informations. Je dis, oh, nous qualifiés pour World Cup. I'm like, what? What is this? Et puis en plus de ça, 18 novembre, je me dis, oh, je me dis, ah, non, ça sont de belles bagailles. Ça sont de belles bagailles. Je me sens fier, bien sûr. Je me sens que it's beyond football, beyond soccer. Et pour me dire franchement, parce que alors, ma deuxième question vraiment, c'est l'impact au niveau culturel. Parce que nous avons toujours dit que nous-mêmes en Haïti, surtout si en Haïti, nous pas vraiment aucun idole, mais icône que capable de suivre. Il y a une qui partit, je dis d'ailleurs, d'Adou. Et nous avons son gros respect parce que c'est un gros bout icône que nous gagnons tout, qui est important. Et la raison qui est importante, c'est parce que Timoni en Haïti, nous avons toujours pensé que il y a besoin plus de monde pour suivre. We want them to see, you know what? I want to be like Ale. I want to be like Carl Philip. I want to be like Jeff. I want to be like Dadu. I want to be like, the soccer players or the people of the athletes on the team. Et nous avons toujours manqué ça. Donc, combien que nous arrivons juste au sommet, bon, bien sûr, c'est si nous parlons que nous au sommet, mais nous arrivons dans l'opportunité ça pour arriver au sommet de monde football là. Je pense que c'est un pile pour nous-mêmes en Haïti, pour Haïtiens en général, pour nous tous ensemble capables de pousser l'équipe là. Ouais, donc ça veut dire que nous-mêmes, culturellement parlant, ouais, toute musique a sorti, il y a des gens qui mettent musique nouveau, il y a des gens qui célébrer de façon par eux, il y a des gens qui parlent de 18 novembre, qui parlent de l'impact qui peut arriver au 18 novembre, ça qui fait en 74, etc. And it brings us together. So I think it's a major, and I think it's for all of us. And that's why when I received the invitation from you, I'm like, man, I would love to. Thank you for that, because somebody keep telling my important I have to put the time to celebrate it with you guys and to encourage everybody else to rally behind the team.
So, Jeff, I'm glad that you brought up November 18th. So, for people, are not Haitian, who's watching us right now, because we have a mixed audience, can you kind of elaborate on what the significance of November 18th?
Well, November 18th for us, Bataille de Vertière, it's really when we won the war. That's when we became free. It wasn't the official date. Obviously, the official date came about 6 weeks later, but that's really when we became free. And not only that, but also setting the precedence for other countries also to be liberated. So it's Liberation Day, really. And it's major for a lot of people that don't know. That date not only impacted other countries in South America and the Caribbean to encourage them to fight for their own freedom, but also had an impact with here in the U.S., where a third of the country, actually maybe even more than a third, in regards to the Louisiana Purchase, it happened because of a depleted French army and government, where they had to sell undervalue to the United States, which grew their territory, by 30-40%. So that's major in world history too. So the 18th of November should be something that should be in every history books everywhere around the world because it's very impactful, you know. And that, I would say, culture or history of slavery kind of had almost its, I wouldn't say it's ending because it still continued after that, and some can argue that it's still going on under different formats and circumstances. But the traditional form of slavery that we all knew, that day is really the day where we said no, you know, enough, and then we set the tone for a lot of other people, a lot of other countries.
Well said, man. I'm gonna flip the script here. You know, you kind of talk about, you know, us to become very good. Ale is still dark. You know, like he's still 20 years old. But Ale,
Yeah, we know.
we also, Ale, we know artistic people are. I mean, think about it. Growing up in Haiti, I mean, if you go to Haiti right now, you have murals of Messi and Ronaldo and Neymar. I mean, you can name it. Then up tap Haiti to give back and bon image next hour. So, how would you want the Haitian people to celebrate the newborn heroes?
Wow, I think the Haitian people need to embrace them and value what they did. We had a national team of like 22 players that never had the chance to actually play one game in Haiti. They never had a chance to play one single game in their home country, the country of their parents, their grandparents, right? So
Right.
we had to be allowed to play in Curacao, and we still managed to win that way. So that's a proof of resiliency, of strength, of courage, of drive, motivation. And I think our people now need to take that symbol of hope and courage and just apply it to their day-to-day life, whether to fight the political system or whatever is happening today in Haiti. I think all different types of people from all corners of the country need to take and embrace this opportunity so we could turn the page and move the country forward.
Oh, that's good. So for our audience watching us right now, we want this show to be very, you know, interactive. So if you want to drop a comment or ask us question or even share your own opinion on the qualification in Haiti, please do so. We can read it to the audience, but we would like you to participate in that as well too, because this is history. I mean, like we saying, this is big. For me, one thing that I'm a soccer player. I grew up playing soccer. Soccer, runs in my blood. And moi, m toujou pense que, bon, moi, ane ki avan Coupe du Monde yo, kontou m sonje, denye fwa m te an Haiti avan Coupe du Monde, c'était 2017, où excitement Haïtien te genyen pou Coupe du Monde la. Jou la, Haïti yo di, akon sa, se Coupe du Monde sa Messi wal gen, se Coupe du Monde sa Brésil wal gen, sixième tit li a, ki eski wal gen, tout excitement sa. So I would love to be in Haiti right now. To see that, now we not talking about Brazil and Argentina. This is our own country going to the World Cup. I would love to be in Haiti right now to see the excitement. I mean, this is real. It's still surreal to me that Haiti actually gonna play in the World Cup because I never thought in my lifetime that I would see it, to experience it. But I would love to see the excitement. Now we can talk about, hey, we're gonna be in the World Cup. We're gonna play in the World Cup. So Ale, I'm gonna go with. So how would you, if you were in Haiti right now, how would you go through that with that mix of emotions?
Wow. I mean, if I were in Haiti right now, what I would be doing first is like reaching out to my closest friends, start talking about, okay, guys, what are we doing? What are we doing this summer, right? Talking to my son, because, unfortunately or fortunately, my son is from America, is from the US, so he's heard the stories, right? He's heard about 1974. Obviously seen the US go to the World Cup every 4 years almost since he's been born. And now he's well versed in Haitian culture. He knows about our music. He knows about our art, our food, and everything else. But now he gets a chance to experience the soccer part. I think that's me as a dad. That's what keeps me going. That's what makes me excited. So being able to connect with him, connect with my father, connect with my friends, my closest friends, and hopefully with their sons and daughters, so they could all celebrate this. You know, even my daughters, when I talk to them and I'm sharing all those messages to WhatsApp videos and the goals, and I keep telling them, hey guys, Haiti's qualified for the World Cup, and you can see that, wow, they know it's a big deal. They don't quite understand the impact yet, but they're starting to see it and feel it, that it's going to be a huge deal next year. So I'm all excited, man.
So Jeff, I know you're a big family guy, man. So that night, it was an emotional night for me, because my son, he plays soccer, and then we were watching the game together, and then he was just like, Dad, I don't know if I'm gonna play for Haiti or if I'm gonna play for the US. I say, hey man, hey, why don't you just focus about making the next team instead of talking about? But I love that you have big dreams and stuff like that. So anyway, so it was like the game ended like 10 o'clock. So it was not. It was past 9, second half. I sent him to bed. I was like, hey man, you got school tomorrow. You gotta go to school. You gotta go to sleep. And he was just like, all right, then I'll just went and watch the game with you. I was like, no, I'll let you know tomorrow how the game went. So it's so funny. I was on the phone and then I had my dad with me. We were watching the game. So the game's over, the game's over, and then they still give the other Honduras and Costa Rica 10 minutes. So for 10 minutes, we just sweating to find out what's going on in the other game, right? So anyway, game finished in a tie. We qualified, and I was just like screaming to my lungs. I was just rolling on the floor, and then he came out, and then he jumped on my arms. He was in bed, and he came out and jumped in my arm to celebrate with me. And then for me to say that, man, to have the opportunity to celebrate with my son and my dad together, to see that day, of Haiti qualifying for the World Cup. For me, that was one of the best feeling ever to have three generations of Dorisa jumping and happy about Haiti qualifying to the World Cup. So Jeff, I know that you're a big family guy. So how would you like to? How you planning on keep that celebration going with your family?
I already feel very bad, man. I already feel guilty because I did not. The only person really that I celebrated with, in a way, I had a conversation about was my dad because my dad is a big soccer fan. My family, my wife briefly, I had a conversation with her because she was seeing my reaction and then she was like, what's happening, and I told her about it. I didn't even tell my son. I feel horrible about it, and he should know. He should know because again, there's the dream, and I want him to see, hey, I want to know if I should play for the U.S. or even he plays basketball now because that's I can't teach him anything in soccer, and we don't really watch that. I've never really been involved that much, but I should have that conversation with him and let him know what it's all about, and I think he would embrace it, just because it's Haiti, and that's a big opportunity for me to introduce him to soccer also and introduce him to the team of Haiti. So I'm gonna fix that. So that's my answer. But I feel like hearing you two, what Alan said about his son and understanding what's happening, since '74, and your son asking you that question, should I play for, the U.S. or Haiti? Man, it's such a I don't know. I think it's something that I would love to hear at one point where my son can play for Haiti, like any sport. I don't even care if it's badminton or whatever, But that's something that would definitely be amazing, because for us, like you said, it's unbelievable. It's something that nobody would. I don't know. I didn't think it would happen, especially what Alan said. Also, I found out also that the team hasn't even played at home
Yeah.
The team is playing on the road completely, can't even play at home. We can't even get our fans to rally behind us, to have that, that feeling of playing in front of your home crowd and encouraging you. That does so much for you. And you have everybody else having tens and thousands of people backing you up live. But Haitians, we don't have it. We don't have it. And yet here we are, so that's why now we should all rally behind them and push them as much as possible. The question I have for you guys, I have a question. It was kind of like marinating in my mind. If Haiti, let's say Haiti plays World Cup final against Brazil, who do you think Haitians are gonna root for?
Haiti, man, come on, Haiti, Haiti.
Are you sure about that?
Oh yes, I am 100% sure.
I'm 100% sure.
Every Haitian
100% sure.
Every Haitian you know.
Actually, I want Haiti to be in the same group as Brazil. I want to beat Brazil, and I want to beat Argentina. I think if I can beat Brazil and Argentina, I don't need to win the World Cup. I really don't care about it. If we can have a historical win.
France. I want to be France.
France, oh my God, if you beat France, it's like, wow, it's a whole different dynamic. But I feel like if we can beat Brazil, we can beat Argentina, we can beat France, and I think out of all three teams, I think Brazil is the most likely one that you can beat, because Brazil is not in the best shape today. They are really struggling. So I think there's a high likelihood that we could actually beat Brazil.
I let pump the brakes, man. Woof.
Why?
hey, pump the brakes, man. Hey, listen, man. Let's get to the World Cup first. Let's get to the World Cup healthy.
There.
Yeah. No. I mean,
we're there, man.
No, we there. Let's get to the World Cup healthy, right? And then hopefully we can get some more players, that want to participate for Haiti. Now we qualify now. So I mean, I'm not gonna try to go to the tactical game. When I watch us play against Nicaragua, we have a lot of work ahead of us, man. So, Jeff, to answer your question, parce que c'est dans la Coupe du Monde à pied, je pense que tout a ici à chauffer à Haïti. Si c'est un match amical contre Paraguay, c'est laisse au cas où it might be a split, but c'est dans la Coupe du Monde, mais je pense que tout a ici à Haïti. Paraguay a fait de Argentine, Paraguay a fait de Brésil, c'est Haïti qui est dans la Coupe du Monde, mais même je pense que tout haïtien, mais même c'est pour Haïti m'a chauffer. Donc avait dit que parce que nous pas ouais ça en pile. Nous va voir ça en pile notre nous c'est deuxième fois nous va dans la Coupe du Monde. Moi c'est que tout haïtien de Haïti. Donc c'est ça moi c'est.
Est-ce que n'a fait en sorte que nous-mêmes là nous menons show live dans match Haïti et pendant ça me cap venir là.
Ça c'est une belle idée au contraire. Ça c'est une belle idée. Bon au contraire là et n'a 5 décembre parce que c'est 5 décembre c'est là ça va faire joueur, right? Donc, on avait dit que n'importe qui le Haïti a joué, qui ça le premier match à Haïti. Elle me dit comme ça que pour moi.
Quelle date n'est-ce pas 5 décembre, on dit.
5 décembre, c'est juste ça qui est important. C'est tirage, parce que ce tirage, n'a pas schedule là, n'a pas une équipe pour l'Haïti à pied. Ben, ça a une équipe.
Est-ce que pour le décider random vraiment?
Tirage, ouais.
Comment faire ou pas j'aime comme si un groupe qui gagne on est Argentine, Brésil.
Non, qui ça a fait
avec
ouais. Ça sont belles questions posées. Donc avait dit que une bonne équipe, donc they're gonna be top of the group. Like for instance, USA, Mexico, and Canada, they're gonna be top of the group because they're the host country, right? And then they're gonna go with the highest ranking. So, for instance, Argentina's gonna have its own group. Brazil gonna have its own group. Portugal gonna be head of a group. So you gotta think about it. This year, the World Cup got more teams. It's 48 teams, all right? So the head of the group. So you're gonna be all those teams. They're gonna be like. So I would say Germany gonna be one. It's gonna be based on the ranking. Portugal gonna be probably top of the group. Argentina, Brazil, France, Spain. All those teams gonna be top of the group, and then you're gonna have second pot where you might have. So, for instance, if Germany is further down, You might have Germany fall into a group like USA, or you might have Germany fall into the group like Brazil, for instance, because the second tier. I just picked Germany. I'm not saying Germany is
Yeah,
second
of
tier,
course.
right?
Yeah,
So it can be in the second tier, or Netherlands. So you can have Netherlands in the same group as France as the second tier group. So that's where it is. So I'm thinking that Haiti, probably because of a ranking, we're probably gonna be the fourth tier. So we're gonna be the four teams in the group of a group. So that's what I'm saying. So that's where it is. So you know that the host country, they're gonna be in the first tier, and then the highest ranking countries like the Argentina.
Would you
So
guys want to have Haiti in which group? And I already said, Brazil, right?
Brazil,
So
Brazil.
it can be Brazil. You wanted us to be in the same group as Brazil also?
Carl Philippe.
mais même, ou pas,
Yeah.
non, ma besoin Haïti, ma besoin Haïti à looking group avec moi. Ma besoin Haïti, if I had it my way, ma besoin Haïti, si Haïti dans groupe Canada, Haïti dans groupe Canada, m'a souhaité Haïti gon équipe contre Irak. Équipe ça, on besoin que Haïti dans groupe avec. Because what I say is the most important game, the game that I really wanted to watch is the first game of Haiti. I said, premier match Haiti, the excitement's gonna be all high because it's gonna be both teams gonna have 0 point, right? And then to hear the national anthem play for in the World Cup setting, for me, that moment is gonna be surreal to me. So I would love to go to that first game. And the second game, third game, we don't know what's gonna happen. But the first game, I think that's the game that if I have to pick, if I have to go, and I already talked to my family, I would love. I want to go to the first game. I think the first game will be the best game to go to.
Let's make it happen.
Oh yeah,
with you.
make it happen. We need to plan. So
How about you, Jeff? What group would you like Haiti to fall into?
I'm mixed because I like what I'm mixed between you two because I even though I would not want Brazil because I want Brazil to win. So if I want Haiti to win also, then in that group it would be those two teams only, and that's really gonna be it's not gonna be ideal odds wise. So a group where there's lesser, teams like the Canada group is a great example because Canada's gonna have its own group anyway. So you have Canada, maybe you have Iraq or somebody else that doesn't have same firepower, and we have a chance to win a game or two, or even get out of the group. We have to aim high. Get out of the group. But if it's with Brazil or anything like that, I mean, we know most likely we're gonna lose that Brazil game. I know you said Brazil is kind of injured or whatever, not doing well, but I don't see it happening, man. I really don't. So, that's where. But the other team, if there's another team that I know that's gonna be hard to beat, but I wouldn't mind being in the group. It's gonna be France because I would love.
Bon, monsieur, let's be real, all right? Donc, avait dit que faut qu'on voit que qui est-ce que nous battons pour le World Cup, right? Donc, avait dit next IO, there's something that you have the first game butterflies, or you go to the World Cup, it is different level. So, I mean, we see it even with the best teams. I've got it, for instance, Argentina lost their first World Cup game against Saudi Arabia in the first game. And there was a lot of guys that were playing a World Cup for the first time. So I love the optimism that you guys have. But at the same time, so looking ahead, so m'daye men ke seleksyon an, so c'est là m'daye men parler avec audience là, bah ça République Haïtienne, m'daye men ke seleksyon an, ba konen comment diaspora capable aider tout, pour nous capable faire équipe là jouer paquet bon match amical avant la jouer Coupe du Monde. On va dire là parce que ça va être important pour nous parce que pour nous capable so we can set our level. Because we think about it, we play to get to the World Cup. We did not play high caliber team, right? So we play the Nicaragua of the world. We play Costa Rica, and even that we struggle. I mean, the Nicaragua game, guys. After the 2 goals, I mean, pour moi, si ma parle from a footballing standpoint, I mean, it was hard to watch. It was very hard to watch just the way we were playing. But at the same time, it's all about results, right? They put the qualification, qualifying. It's all about results. We got the results done, which was the most important. But the World Cup is a different level. The World Cup is I mean, you saw that with the U17. I mean, we look good, going into the World Cup, and then we went to the World Cup and we didn't even win the game. It's a different level. So so I hope that depuis c'est Decky was on the fence, not playing overseas like I'm en France, en Angleterre, and puis that's the opportunity for him to play in the World Cup. Please, guys, come to Haiti. Come to Haiti.
So coach, that was the next topic that I had in mind. I know we have a bunch of players in Europe that were waiting to be called by the French Federation, and they want to play for England. Now we're in a phase, to your point, we need to rally all of our troops, right? Yep. So at this point of the game, we're qualified. I mean, we're about to be in December. The year's pretty much over. What are those players waiting for to make a decision? Are they trying not to play for Haiti? They don't want to play for Haiti? Or what can the federation do to attract those Haitian players or those players of Haitian descent to bring them over and play for us? Because those guys, I mean, I've seen Isidore, I've seen his videos. This guy plays at the highest level. I mean, having him on the team might make a difference. It might even give us that edge we need to beat Brazil.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, guys. I was going to ask you that question. Aside from Isidore, is there any other players that of higher caliber that could be brought in?
We got Isidore. I mean, also we got kids from the U17 that they might bring up. I mean, so the way I look at it is, first of all, you need to call them. They need to be part of the call up, right? So the federation, when they got the next game, they can call him up. So now it's up to them to say whether or not they're gonna accept it or not, right? So if they have that, I think pour them going qui bonnet surtout haïtiens qui jouent à l'étranger, they never. I mean, just like we felt for so many years, we never thought Haiti will play in the World Cup. So those guys, because World Cup is big exposure. So and Jeff, you can attest to that. It's all about branding, right? So what's the biggest marketing event that you're gonna have to kind of have your personal brand? It's the World Cup, right? So you got all these people from all over the world watching you, and so that's why a lot of those guys, they didn't want to go and play for Haiti and never got that opportunity to play in the highest level, which is the biggest stage, which is the World Cup. Now that Haiti is actually going to play in the World Cup, they might think differently, if they feel like they have a chance to play. All I can say is France is loaded. So if you haven't get the call already, you're not going to get the call. France is loaded.
Coach.
Yeah.
I have another question. I agree with you 100%. So my question is how fair it is to actually take those players that we need and actually remove those players who made the choice to fight with us, to get to those qualifications, right? And now you're going to tell them, you know what, sorry, Mr. Allen or Mr. Jeff, I don't think you're good enough for the World Cup. We're going to bring Isidore. We're going to bring Carl Philippe because we think they're better than you. Is that fair, though? Because I feel like, they didn't want to play for us. Do we really need them? Do we need them? Is that fair?
I mean, there's no such thing as fair, right? Life is not fair, right? So, yes, I think the optics would say that, hey, next hour qui qualifie équipe là, they deserve to go with the team in the World Cup. So that's the optics, right? But at the end of the day, you gotta put this is the biggest stage, this is the biggest tournament. You have to make sure you put the best team to go to the World Cup. And when you have to make that decision as a coach, now that's the coach that have to make that decision. So now you have to make the decision as a coach. You're gonna be like, okay, I have to bring the best team that's going to give me the opportunity to win, right? Because it's all about winning, right? So now he's going to have to put the best team forward to do that. Now it's up to the coach to have that conversation with those guys and say, listen, man, I mean, it's not, I mean, I want people to understand it happens in every country. You got guys, they work, they play for the team for the qualifier, and they didn't go to the World Cup. And then it happened with Argentina, it happened with Brazil. There's a lot of guys that play for the qualifier. Think about it. Neymar never played for the qualifier. He didn't play one game for Brazil in the qualifier. But if Neymar is healthy, so what you gonna do? You have to bring Neymar, right?
Yeah, but
So
that's a little bit different. That's a little bit because they have a larger pool of players that can go, and they might not even need their top players to qualify. And those players going there, I think they understand that hey, you know, there are a lot of other players that are better. But to Alan's point, this is history, man. This is it's a tough spot. You know, I see your point where it's like, hey, we gotta win. You gotta win. So if you have to sub this guy and bring this other guy, then it is what it is. But at the end of the day, also, it's like, man, these guys just sacrificed everything, left their families behind, and they did what they had to do to qualify, which we've done what we haven't done in over 50 years. And it's like, okay, so now what? Like, you're gonna say, and how many of them, you know, can you replace at the end of the day, right? Because there's also the whole emotional component of it and how these guys rallied against other teams to qualify.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I think what I'm trying to say is we got those guys that get us to beat Nicaragua of the world, the Costa Rica of the world, and the Honduras, right? So those guys, they were good enough to do that. Now, if I'm going to play the Brazil of the world, I have to go get the best of the best to do it. That's what I'm saying. That's the way you got to look at it.
Logical, yeah. That's logical.
Yeah, that's the way you got to look at it. You know, World Cup is different. Now, what I wanted to make sure that happened is m'a vle on paquet bon joueur pour Coupe du Monde là, they call him up and then we have no chemistry. Because I think team chemistry is important as well too. So that's why I would like for those guys to play a couple games for Haiti, you know, friendly games, so we can build the team chemistry. So now those guys, when they call them up, so when they go to the World Cup, now we have better team chemistry. But the last thing you want to do is this guy never played for Haiti, and he has his first call up when he goes to the World Cup. And then next thing you know, we lacking team chemistry, and the team is so much different. So to Ale's point, maybe it's best to take that team that play in a World Cup qualifier to the World Cup, because those guys, they've been playing for so long and they got good team chemistry. But all about 2022, man, which obviously we've been talking about the team, but there's certain guys, man, we got to give them the flowers. Guys like Nazon, guys like Placide, Ade, Pierrot. Next on, I've replied en pile temps, man. En pile temps. I hope that the country makes statues for those guys. Those guys deserve it. They deserve to go to the World Cup. When you think about it, the last tournament that we went far was the World Cup a couple years ago when we lost. I think it's 2019 when we lost against Mexico and made up PK that they give Mexico. They give Mexico a made up PK. But when you think about it, those guys, they've been playing for the team. They went to all kind. Next time, moun pale mal sou next time, yo di nèg yo tout ba, yo kon Haitien. Haitien son peuple émotif li, bon on dit émotionnel. Donc avait dit que tout bagay de ba alors passer mal, y a joué next time. Pour next time rete avec sélection pour next time arriver qualifier sélection pour la Coupe du Monde là. Man, big up to those guys, man. Kudos to those guys, man. We thank you. We gotta give them the flowers, man. Nazon, Placide, Pierrot, Ade, those guys, they deserve the flowers, man. So, hey, thank you guys. You guys did a great job for us. Alain,
Absolutely.
So, Gelobay, vous voulez ajouter toujours?
Non, moi d'accord avant. Moi pense que au bagay que pour mettre en tête, nous c'est que we are a very small and young team. I think the level of professionalism that nous pensons que moun sa ka gagner, le fait qu'il a accepté que et que ou parler tel joueur ou quitter tel joueur à terre. Alors, pas connaître si joueur nous gain maturité ça. Ou son j'ai long a few World Cups ago, t'es un problème avec équipe camerounaise là, t'es un conflit. Même équipe française là, aujourd'hui t'es un championnat côté équipe française là, t'es un désunion avec coach là, c'était Aimé Jacquet.
Dans
La Coupe du Monde là.
Afrique du Sud.
Ouais, Afrique du Sud là. Nèg même t'es passé dans le premier tour parce que chemistry en part là. Yo pas entendre yo. So gain deux fois que sous papier nous qu'a pensé fon gain A, fon gain B, fon gain tel jeu sur papier, mais in the l'investisseur yo, vous comprenez? Chemistry pas là et ça a créé plus gros problème. So je pense que oui, moi d'accord avant, si on a regardé là au point de vue pragmatique, oui, we want the best of the best on the teams. Mais moi pense tout que faut entraîneur, faut staff entraîneur, garder chemistry, faut gagner leadership. Si Nazon son leader dans l'équipe là, faut que nèg yo ka build bagay ça. So j'espère que pendant les 9 prochains mois quand venir là que nèg yo ap ka rester ensemble, build that chemistry, apprendre contre l'autre pour que le nèg yo investir là pas gen gourmet que tête dans carré là. Parce que tout autant que nèg yo pas ensemble depuis monter terrain ou après ça. Ou après ça. So c'est ça que moi-même mais plus peur pour l'équipe là parce que mais quand les commentaires fanatiques yo, moi-même vexé avec Isidore par exemple. Parce que moi pas comprendre jusqu'à présent quand monsieur Boko j'aime qu'à lever même pour dire que l'intérêt c'est jouer. Donc at this point of the game I feel like are we going to beg this guy? If that guy doesn't want to play for us, then bump him. We don't need him. We don't need to beg him. Si monsieur pas reconnaître que ça nous fait un extraordinaire pour pays, and he thinks that he's better than anybody else, maybe we don't need him. Maybe he can play for the rest of his life at the club. That's how I see it.
No, I agree with you.
Donc, on va tenir ça sur nous?
Qu'on se dise. Bon, parce qu'il dort, peut-être c'est pour ça, Maestro. Tu vois, tu ne vas pas battre. Bon, j'aimerais au même. C'est la rage.
Bon, Maestro, je parle avant. Nous parler de l'équipe là. Nous parler qui ça nous t'a aimé pour l'équipe là. Nous parler de qui groupe nous t'a aimé qui parler. Donc, on nous parler de pays. Comment pour pays à supporter sélection ça. Après sélection, on fait toute belle bagarre ça. Comment ça va qui ont petit genre triste pour moi. Pour un next ça yo fin fait belle merveille ça pour comment haïtien célébrer qualification même équipe là pas tourner dans pays voyager dans pays pour célébrer avec peuple là aussi non bon monde qui ba nèg l'homme un président qui ba nèg l'homme qui dit nèg comme ça que monsieur c'est héros noué merci pour ça parce que regardez ça mondial là un faut logique pas que monde qui était contre Qatar. Il y a des gens qui Qatar, mais à cause de la belle coupe du monde que Qatar fait, Qatar, tout le monde est intéressé pour Qatar. Donc, we talk about the exposure, the global exposure that you get with the World Cup. And then that's one thing for me that gets me very emotional. The next day I went to work. My boss my boss even mentioned, hey, Haiti qualified for the World Cup. This is big deal. He doesn't even follow soccer, and he's not a sport guy. So he saw it on the mainstream news. That's how big it was. Like we dominated all the news cycle, right? So for Haiti to get this kind of exposure on a positive way, because les pour on a parlé d'Haïti, c'est toujours mauvais bagay à parler. Comprends? Parce que c'est ça qui passe. I mean, let's be real. That has been a reality, right? The last couple decades. Donc, now that this is a positive thing, so qui soit pensé que pour pays a fait dans 9 mois aller à parler à puis rassembler mettez tout bagay, everything, all the politics put it aside and focus on what they need to do to support the team 100%, 110%, or 200%, whatever you want to do. What would you like to see?
It's funny, you said to put politics aside at the very last part of your question, which for me was part of my answer, because I think it's an opportunity for us to be like, you know what, if we really want to support the team, let's look within ourselves as individuals to see how we could support our country, our culture. Because those guys are gonna feel the support. They're gonna feel the energy. They're gonna get a lot more courage, a lot more inspiration if we all rally towards not just the qualification and behind the team, but towards a brighter future. And there are talks about, elections and stuff like that. Well, I guess it would be right after the World Cup. Um, can all of that really motivate us to do better as Haitians, as individuals? Can all of that help us also form different groups, of people? We're talking about, you guys brought up the fact that, maybe the federation needs to reach out to Isidore and other players and stuff like that. Have those conversations. Call them, talk to them, encourage them. What can we do? Do you need, I don't know, whatever. Is it to spread the news? Is it to encourage people to buy, apparel, official apparel, stuff like that? I really don't know like a clear answer, but for me, in a general sense, just for us to do better for the sake of the country, so that when we go over there, they have something else to talk about. Say, hey, here's a country that is where soccer means so much, guys. Come on, man, let's be real. Like, we grew up around soccer, around seeing kids playing soccer avec Guadjuna, man. Like, with passion, dedication, and dare I say skill, because I'm like, man, look at these kids, trying to be somebody, trying to play in a sport without the equipment and try to do the best they can. There's always a soccer game or match happening in every neighborhood.
Yep.
So, but those kids, going back to the kids, because those kids, unfortunately, they don't have anybody to look up to, and they don't have anybody to rally behind. Where now it's all about survival. Survival. Do we have the energy? Do we have what it takes to really support the team the way they want to be supported?
Mm-hmm.
Or are we going to stay distracted, which is a distraction that's completely warranted, obviously, because that distraction is the biggest distraction that exists for people living in Haiti. I don't live there anymore, nor do we, all of us here, so we can't really compare our lives here and, us being here, taking that for granted. I'm sitting outside talking to you guys, and we're live on the internet, and we're safe, and we're healthy, and we're talking about soccer and we're being positive. But is that the same for 90% of our population? No. They cannot sit here and just laugh and celebrate the whole time. They can celebrate for a little bit, but guess what? By the time they fall asleep, if they even have a bed to fall asleep in, or their next meal, if they have it, it's going to be back to survival mode. So I would say again, I guess I said a lot to say this is we need to again try to look deep within ourselves as Haitians, whether you live here in the States, in Haiti, or anywhere around the world, to see what can I do to help support my country, my culture, and therefore the team, because all of that will benefit the team. Because the team will feel the energy if we build the momentum around everything else that needs to be built, in the country, and they will feel more inspired to perform and have less distraction of like, man, my mom cannot even go to work. My mom is sick, or my dad is this, or my cousin is just got kidnapped, or whatever. All these things are happening on a daily basis, and these players are suffering just like everybody else too. So yeah.
No, d'accord, ça va voir. Parce que, I mean, we seen it, right? Even think about the Colombia, right? In the 1994 World Cup, when and I'm look now, the World Cup that was in the U.S. There was a lot of Colombian players. They were under a lot of pressure because they have
Mm,
members of the cartel. They will say that,
mm,
oh, I have your mom, I have your cousins. So, mda souwete ke nou voye neg yo sans distraction pou neg yo focus sur football parce que regardless of what it is, we all have a family members in Haiti, one way or the other. We might be living abroad, but everybody has some family members in Haiti. And the last thing you want is those guys to worry about what's happening, because soccer or any sport is 100% focus. Especially those guys are about to play the biggest tournament they ever play in their lives, right? So I hope that nous ba payer en trêve pour 9 à 10 mois pour capable jonti ça pour mettre sélection the number one priority. Obviously, we need to do things right for the country. Parce que si tout le monde se fait bon bagay pour payer, bah ça va m'da souhaiter que nèg yo pense que this is a perfect opportunity to show that we more than what they say we are as Haitians. So Haitians take that as opportunity for us to move forward and do the right thing, so we can show our best, so we can put our best foot forward going into the World Cup. That's what I hope. That's why I think that I want that qualification to inspire Haitians to be like, okay, guys, enough. It's enough. Let's get together. Let's unify ourselves, and then use that great opportunity to show the world that Haitians, we more than what people say that we are. So, but I'm glad that you say that, Jeff.
Yeah. Jeff, I totally agree with you. Bien parlé et call the same thing. M'a répété ça, joueur haïtien yo dit après victoire yo. Hashtag débloquer pays. Again, hashtag débloquer pays.
C'est là ça t'est sorti alors.
Ouais, c'est nèg yo dit.
Ouvert pays.
Hashtag ouvert pays. Ouais.
Where's up? I promise you, I have no idea where this comes from.
Ou kal online wap wè pendant nèg yo lan bus là, nèg yo m'pa si c'était Lucius ou bien qui est qui t'a marché caméral, et
c'était AD.
Il passe by chaque joueur, il dit hashtag ouvert pays, hashtag ouvert pays. C'est ça que nèg yo mandé, parce que nèg yo dit que yo vle tourner la caillou, yo vle à célébrer avec peuple yo. C'est ça que nèg yo mandé. Donc c'est message ça que moi-même Jeff avec Carl Philippe n'a fait passer, et bah toute population haïtienne et surtout nèg qui en Haïti yo, nèg qui gagne pouvoir yo, nèg qui capable yo, n'a demandé yo au nom de la sélection haïtienne, s'il vous plaît, débloquer pays, ouvert pays, ouvert route yo, quitter peuple là, bah le peuple a une chance pour le cas commencer à revivre. C'est ça nous demander seulement.
Oh ouais. By espoir, man. Give him something to look forward to.
Yeah, parce que sélection qui est pas nos espoirs là, la fait nous vivre. Quand on veut dire la sélection fait nous vivre, on nous profiter de ça là pour continuer. Ouais, d'accord avant. Ouais. Je dis ça, hashtag ouvert pays, parce que nous t'as aimé. J'aime tout ça, m'd'a aimé décembre, en bas, mal relax là, avec mon là, et mon là, calme. On va dire là, elle prend pression, béton, comment on a préparé pour la Coupe du Monde. I would love to say that. You know what? When we qualified, that was the first thing that came to my mind. How would I be able to go for Christmas break to go down to Haiti and then to see everybody happy about Haiti qualifying for the World Cup? That was the first thought in my mind. Donc, avait dit que nous avons souhaité que pour peuple haïtien, Jean-Alain dit, Alain, ou bien dit par là, on va besoin de répéter sorti avant, ou bien dit sorti à tout à l'heure. Donc, so looking forward, guys, comment ou même là, mentalement, on commence avec Alain, comment on prépare mentalement là pour prendre Coupe du Monde ça là? Comment préparer tête ou mentalement là pour prendre Coupe du Monde ça là?
On commence avec?
On commence avant.
Non, mon cher, mentalement, et moi, je pense que il y a un pile bagaille qui pour fait, j'en dis, moi, ça, que bagaille que m'a veillé, c'est ça que nous allons le faire à partir d'aujourd'hui. Nous allons qualifier mardi, pas vrai? Donc, moi, besoin, ouais, ça, nous allons le faire. Est-ce que nous allons continuer avec la même intensité, ça? Est-ce que nous allons build up around the team? Est-ce que nous allons faire d'autres recrutements? Qui ça que staff technique là? Qui ça fédération pour le faire kounya? Donc, c'est pas chita qu'on qualifié. Et puis, c'est en mai, juin, on va les nègres pour nous commencer à entraîner pour aller en World Cup là, comme à l'Haïtienne. Je pense que si c'est mentalité ça que nous avons gagné parce que comme pas débloqué ou pas de moyens, et puis soit-disant que nous avons que nous avons gagné, mais j'espère que fédération haïtienne avec responsable nous apprend 9 mois ça pour yo calibrer, pour yo planifier, pour yo mettre au plan et d'entraînement ou plan de concentration pour que si vous recrutez joueur, que vous recrutez joueur. Si vous signé entraîneur, que si entraîneur. Si vous payé entraîneur, que vous payez entraîneur. Parce que nous ne pouvons pas aller à la Coupe du Monde là, et puis c'est la dernière minute que tu as le bal les Jeff, puis l'équipe le bal l'eau, puis l'équipe là qu'on est obligé de jouer comme attaquant. Il n'est pas possible. OK, il n'y a pas après dans la dernière minute. So, c'est Québec que vous avez là, fait au travail de fond, créer une discipline pour que nous pas de problème que d'habitude gagne. Et the only reason why I'm saying this, Jeff pour comme ça, Coffee pour comme ça, en pile fois que sélection haïtienne malheureusement participer dans le championnat international, que c'est ici, que c'est l'autre bord, toujours un problème. Toujours un problème ticket. Toujours un problème de transportation, un problème l'hôtel. C'est à la dernière minute que nous avons fait cotisation de fonds, ramasser de fonds pour avoir les joueurs, tu vois, côté là. Faut que ça spun. Donc c'est ça que moi-même m'a surveillé pendant 9 mois ça.
Ouais, d'accord avant. Sponsor yo, moun qui veut sponsoriser pays et équipe là, commencer à faire le début kounya. J'en dis ça, nous pas besoin de distraction. Nous pas besoin pour négo un problème de fond, négo pas qu'à déplacer et équipe pas qu'à voyer et tout le monde, tout bagage ça. We don't need that. We don't need that kind of publicity in the World Cup. Nous tout le monde get à passer mal de nous déjà. We don't need any type of bad publicity in the World Cup. So everybody, man, let's get together. Let's make it happen. Donc, avant d'aller, nous avons envoyé flowers pour Dr. Joe durant 10. He's been doing a great job also supporting the national team. So he was very instrumental as well too in doing that. It's one of the unsung heroes. So that's what they want shout out pour monsieur là. Monsieur a fait un pile bel bagay là pour équipe là et nous allons continuer et souhaiter monsieur continuer à faire ça tout. Et puis il y a l'autre monde tout qui a fait bon travail pour l'équipe nationale là. Donc nous pas besoin de dire non mais they know who they are. So we thank you for everything you do for the national team and then we want to give you your flowers, man. Et là je dis à tout mon ami, je dis à c'est fait monsieur il est Euteluceptus. Monsieur c'est qui aime football en pile. Donc I want to give him a birthday shout out as well too tonight. Donc ça nous parle là so n'a fait programme l'année prochaine si monsieur.
I'm down. Let's just make it happen, man. Depuis qu'on contact là, on dit que le 5 décembre.
5 décembre tirage là a fait. 5 décembre tirage là fait. Donc avait dit que n'a compte qui n'a joué premier match nous, qu'on a joué deuxième match nous, schedule a tombé. Donc avait dit que n'a fait programme là.
Rapidement, maman de nous, qui bon d'aime que le fait pour nous aller pour nous faire premier match ça.
Mon cher you know, bon, n'a regardé qui côté pour États-Unis, the venues are Seattle, obviously Miami, New York, Dallas, LA, Philadelphia, Kansas City. Qui qu'on dit? Kansas City. Columbus. No, there's no team in. I mean, I think the only place in the Midwest we would call Midwest is Kansas City. Chicago, it's not a venue in Chicago. There's no venue, and yeah, I think that's it. And then we got Boston as well too, in the venue. And then you got Toronto, and then you have Mexico. Donc, avec dit que même quoi que je me dis ça, premier match c'est les cas plus importants. Donc, avec dit que côté le fait, I'm down.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Let's make it work. Côté le tomber, we gotta go, man. I don't care where we have to go. Bon, obviously, tout à l'heure, match either Boston, New York or Miami, right? So.
Mais c'est Miami, c'est Miami, on peut là. C'est Miami, c'est tout Miami, mais on peut aller direct.
Non, on va aller direct pour sûr, mais je pense que, anywhere. Mais that's a good point. and for non-selfish reasons, Miami had fait sens because you have more people that could support the team.
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna tell you straight up, like countries like Brazil, USA, and they know exact. I know like Argentina. I know Argentina are gonna play in Miami. They're gonna play Atlanta, and they're gonna play in New York. That's what happened when you're the top tier. I think those guys, they're gonna have those games. I think when it comes to Haiti, we're gonna be the 4 teams that come in. So it can, I mean, we might play in Mexico. We might have a game in Mexico. We might play in Canada. I think that's the part. Like
Bon,
like
pas nécessairement, parce que les Nam jouent avec number one like dans
yeah. So sinon number one, since c'est number
avec
one qui
l'Argentine.
est équipe ça, yo, sinon number one qui est équipe ça, maybe. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna try to put Haiti where they think there's a lot of Haitians. I think they're
Bon,
gonna
non.
put. I think they're gonna
Blague.
put. I think they're gonna put. I think they're gonna put Brazil. Like Brazil, they're probably gonna put Brazil in LA. They're gonna put Brazil
Work in Miami.
and Miami. Maybe Boston, and yeah. Parce que quand tu Argentine, ou qu'on connaît quand Argentine a joué, Miami, Atlanta, avec New York. That's where they gonna put them. The same when they play the Copa America, the same place they put them. That's where they gonna put those guys. But that's with quand tu États-Unis, up where États-Unis, they're gonna play in LA for sure. They're gonna play in LA for sure. They probably give him a game in DC. I don't know, man. So anyway, bon, m'tande que gon moun ki la gon ba la ki di deja gen shortage mayo et sélection est-ce qu'on a supply mayo pour adulte ak ti moun.
Maestro, c'est oui là. Maestro, c'est au marketing, c'est au gain tout business chapeau, casquette. Actually, man, do you want to give us an update on some of your ventures, man? That would be cool for the people to know.
Let's do that, Maestro. Let's do that,
Well,
man.
I mean, the caps would be a great idea if you could do caps for the Haitian team. We do caps obviously, but our caps have technology. They have NFC chips on them, so you can tap it to get information. Maybe you can tap the cap to get the schedule of the team, tap the cap to get the information of each player, their bios and stuff like that. Jerseys wise, I mean, this is licensing. If you want to really have the real jersey, this is very, very different. There's a licensing route you have to go to get the official Haitian jerseys. So that I would know how to do it. But if it's replicas or things for fans, on a budget to go and support, then maybe that's something that we could, me and you, CP, we can look into how we could maybe design something and start selling.
I think you should think about that, Miles. I think a lot of us on a budget. Inflation is crazy. Nobody's trying to spend a bunch of money in buying a jersey, except Carl Philip, of course, who wants to buy the Messi jersey. But n'importe qui buy a t-shirt pour Kevin là, for the entire family. Toi-même, une famille de 15, là, très bon. Et vous comprenez? Donc, c'est à ça.
That's a
Non,
great idea.
c'est que, bon, non, ou dit une belle parole là, moi c'est que, par rapport, with the FitDat community that I got going on, and I think my still got Life of Joy going on right now.
Mhm.
Maybe we can do a little collaboration and then maybe have the proceeds go to the national team. You never know. So I think that's another way for us to kind of help. So hopefully we can come up with some kind of design and
Great
people
idea, CP.
Yep.
Absolutely, I'm down with that.
and then people can buy it and then maybe that's how we can help, and then we get maybe have the proceeds go to the national team. So hopefully we can get in touch with the federation or something like that. So if it's a way that we can use our platform and our business to kind of help the national team, I mean, we can do that. And Jeff, I like your idea about the hat. If people can, think about it. If you go to the stadium, you got the hat, and then you got the chip, and then you see all the information about all the players and the coach.
All the games. Yeah.
All the games. That'd be cool.
The calendar, actually.
The calendar.
Yeah, the calendar. Yeah.
That'd be cool, man. So I think those are the things that we can put in the works, and you know, and then for me is as long as the proceeds go to the national, the federation national team to kind of help those guys, and we can do that.
We're already doing some caps for FIFA, actually, by the way. So we've already done quite a few caps with sponsorship partners, with FIFA, not for any particular team, but for FIFA in general and with their sponsors. So yeah, this cap looks very, very good. So once it's out, you guys are gonna see it. But definitely for the Haitian team, I would like to see how that could work, because that could be a great way to support. I love the fact that we could also donate, to the Haitian team and see. Really, we talked about that. How can we support? Hey, you can just buy one of the merch stuff, and the cap or the jersey or T-shirt, definitely. Might start designing tonight, so we'll see.
Yeah, maybe we can start with hashtag UVP Yamen, and then
Yeah,
that will be
Yeah.
a shirt that people are buying. Yeah, like I said, man, I'm down for it. And then, like I said, if we can have the proceed go to the national team, and that's the way that we can help the national team, and I think that would be great. All right, fellas, hey, it was fun. I had a great time. I had a great time with this, and it's always fun talking about Haiti. That's the country that is always gonna be close to our heart. And Maestro, thank you for showing up tonight, man. Always appreciate your presence and your wisdom. Even though I live out there, kisa ka fet pou babla, but hey, we're gonna let it slide. We're gonna let it slide. Leave a back to we're gonna let it slide for tonight. But Ale, as always, man, you're a great co-host, man. And thank you for your time, man. And hopefully, we get to talk about Haiti more in the next couple of months. So, happy Thanksgiving, guys. So enjoy the time with your family, and I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me. All right, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Talk soon, man.